Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Heroes of Bastion, episode 13. I hope you're having a lovely evening tonight. We're going to jump right back into where we left off, where we had Nethera, Alea, and Rally all in the town square meeting with Jackson, and Jackson just gave Alea the biggest hug, pulled back, and he goes, "Now we're not on the phone. I know you're superheroes."
Meh.
Riley has like a very tender hand on his pen, and is just ready at a moment's notice to cut this man down.
How do you know that?
I mean, I put it. It's pretty easy. You disappeared at homecoming, all of you. The words you said, I have to go check on my friends, and then the four of you were nowhere to be found. But there were these heroes, and then I kind of kept trying to come see you, but you were always busy, and then the heroes would show up when you all weren't there or around, or you weren't answering my messages. And then your dad's a superhero, so that just kind of makes sense. And then you just admitted to it. So
yeah, I can see how that would lead you to believe that. Yeah.
Whoa, Alea, you're a superhero? I had no idea.
So are you, Rally. It's okay. I'm not gonna tell anybody. I just wanted you to know I know, but I just didn't want to say anything over the phone because in case somebody's listening and it's your secret identity. So
you are very thoughtful. Oh, no, don't do that, please. You are very thoughtful. Thank you. They know that you they know that we're dating.
I mean, yeah, it's crystal net official. Everybody knows we're dating.
But I mean, they know. So.
Oh, the bad guys know.
Wait. Just things aren't good right now, and
oh dang,
people know. They know me, so they know you, and I really don't want you to get hurt, and I don't want you to get hurt and not know why, and it would be my fault.
Well, you can do crazy, you're a badass. I'll be fine.
Alea gets a notification on her phone.
Oh, okay.
Huh?
Give me,
and it's just
kill him? Yes or no?
Nethera's behind her, not being inconspicuous, had texted her from behind her.
So you go put out your phone, text me, and then I get a big.
Yeah, I texted you mid-conversation.
Oh my god, Jesus. I'm not gonna look at that because I'm in the middle of a serious conversation. But give me 1 second, actually. Sorry. Look at my phone. Fuck.
Okay.
Oh my god.
What is it? What?
It just says you said that he was in danger. We should check his brain.
Rally has just been
Do
repeating
you want
the same
him
text,
to know?
mind crush
Question
him.
mark.
Mind boggle him. Mind boggle him. Mind boggle him.
Shut the fuck up. Jackson,
yeah.
This is gonna be so weird, but you're in too deep now and you know who we are and they know who you are.
Yeah.
Can Nethera boggle your mind?
No.
Why are we actually calling it that?
We are together and she's with Rally.
No.
That's not a euphemism.
Not like that. Not like that. No.
No.
I think I recognize that word from the pamphlet.
No.
Not boggle like that. I mean, just check to make sure that they didn't do anything to it.
Who? What? Who? The bad guys? They haven't had my brain.
How do you know?
It can change memories.
That's
why you think that I was sick.
You know how in Arcane number 264, when they mind boggled that one guy and made him forget that he was even human? That's kind of like what they did to you.
I don't know how I feel about this. Somebody going poking around in my head. That's kind of. Have you done this before? He looks at Nethera.
A couple times.
You don't sound confident. Absolutely not. No.
In her defense, Nethera rarely ever does.
Can I pierce the mask?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sussed. Just a little bit.
I mean, the theory is not coming off very believable. She tried to be discreet with the text.
6.
Oh,
Like
God.
he just seems kind of output by how like y'all asking to mess with his mind and the lack of confidence from Nethera. He's like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah, I understand that. I don't mean to, we just want to make sure you're okay, and I'm really worried about what they might have done to you because
I'm okay. I'm fine. He like pats himself down, like ta-da, like I'm okay. And like I'm not gonna tell anybody, and
No, I trust that you won't. But
and I trust you that if they get me, you'll save me. So we're all good.
But if they mind control you and you try to hurt us, then
I don't have powers.
as long as you
How
don't.
do we know?
You could
hurt us
literally go like,
emotionally?
I wasn't saying if you had powers. I'm saying if they tried to mind control you.
yeah, and I'm saying that you could just flick me away.
How do you know you're not being mind controlled right now?
How do you know you're not being mind controlled right now?
Okay, this is
'Cause
getting
I've
very
already been boggled,
existential,
sir.
and I would
Jackson,
just
tell
like
him
to
about
talk
the
to my
spark.
boyfriend.
Can you just tell them about the spark?
Yes. So you remember when I said don't drink the water?
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah. Continue to not do that because we kind of well they made us poison it with this thing called spark. It's this drug and it's not safe.
Well, luckily, we only drink Gatorade as part of the football team, so I don't really drink all that water. Not much water.
Okay.
You sound
Yeah, I
severely
guess that's good
dehydrated.
for lecture.
His lips are like. No.
His
Oh,
lips are
God.
always blue,
Oh,
and
always-
they always taste.
He
like
looks
a
just
lemon
tired
lime.
all the time. No.
This seems
Um,
indicative
you-
of a larger problem, sir.
Yeah, no, I mean, okay. I'll avoid the water. Anything else?
Maybe just don't be alone. Be in public places as much as you can so that they can't hurt you. But avoid actually talking to people. I don't know how this is supposed to go. Rally, how does this usually go?
Well,
I thought she just said leave it to her and her boyfriend.
Yeah, I
don't
got
know.
lost.
I guess she's asking.
I'm confused.
So in my experience, you have unrequited feelings for them for several years, and then somebody gives you superpowers, and that inspires you to confess your feelings. But
That's
I don't know
not
what step
how-
you're on.
They've
That's-
already confessed the feelings part.
Oh, I'm sorry. What are we doing?
Never mind. And Alea's gonna
You got
take
this.
Jackson aside,
Yeah.
so that out of earshot from those fucking two. Okay, so I'm a superhero, and my friends are superheroes, and you
Yep.
know that we're dealing with a lot of really big stuff, and you know that you're not supposed to drink the water, and you
Mhm.
know that you have to be extra safe because people are looking for you because of me, and if anything happens to you, then it's going to be my fault, and I'm going to feel
He
Just-
kisses you. And he pulls away and just leaves his forehead against yours and goes, breathe. I am okay. I will be okay. I believe in you and I believe in your friends. We'll be fine.
promise.
Promise.
Okay. Thank you, and I'm so sorry for lying to you. I don't want to have done that, and I
You
feel
don't-
like
Secret identities, superheroes, it's complicated. I get it. You've been dealing with a lot, but I see you. I know what's going on. You don't have to hide anything anymore. It's okay.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
And it
always.
might make you hate me.
Impossible.
I killed my sister. and I don't know what to do.
Lilac?
No. I had another one that I didn't know about, and she was the person who attacked Homecoming, and I tried to. She was gonna explode because she used her powers too much, and I tried to undo it, and I took it too far. And I feel like there's this point, and it's before I did that, and then after I did that, and you only knew me before, and I don't know if you'll still like me after.
Well, you're intending to help her. You're intending to save her. And you were thrown these powers however long ago, and you were trying to do the right thing, and sometimes trying to do the right thing leads to bad things. And your heart was in the right place, regardless of the outcome. And so, I'm not going anywhere.
You're a really good boyfriend.
You should have seen me 2 weeks ago. I was kind of freaking out, but I got a handle on it now.
I'm really sorry I made you freak out. I didn't want to make you freak out.
That's okay. That's okay.
I
And he
promise.
gives you a hug.
Oh, I promise it'll be better. I promise I'll be better. And I like you a lot.
I like you a lot. And I know you guys are going to beat the bad guys. You guys got it.
Thank you. We are. Pretty sure.
I believe in you.
And Alea's gonna give him a kiss and kind of take him back to Nethera and Rally. But like quietly before she does, she is gonna squeeze his hand 2 times.
He squeezes it back 2 times.
So are we killing him or?
No, we're not. That was never on the table. Just so you know.
It felt like it
Okay.
was on the table.
It
No.
wasn't on the table.
Also, there's people everywhere, so
Yeah. But
They never
we
find
have to
your
go.
body.
Oh my God, Rally. we have to go and do some dangerous stuff.
okay.
So I am gonna need you to be safe.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I got football practice in like an hour, so.
That doesn't seem like a safe thing. Do you want a sword, maybe? I could give you a sword.
Rally.
No, I don't need a sword. Thank you. I appreciate it though, Rally. Maybe later.
Okay.
But I'll see you later, maybe.
Yeah. See you later. And oh, bye. I love you. Bye.
What was that?
Nothing. I like you.
Say it again.
Do it. We all heard it.
Do it. Do it. Say it
he
again.
kisses you on the cheek and whispers, "I love you too," and then turns around to grab his backpack. And he
My
heads off.
boyfriend so much. It's really cool, and I appreciate you guys not killing him.
We weren't actually gonna kill him.
Really?
What?
Riley, no, you wouldn't. You wouldn't.
Wouldn't what?
Side eye.
Okay.
Okay. We should find Lilac. Speaking of boyfriends.
Ta-da! Lilac and Bluebird become like are coming strolling into the square, holding hands.
When did you get here?
Like literally just now.
Just
Like
just
you
walked in.
We watched them
Oh, yeah.
together.
I have a really bad stigmatism.
Okay, now I feel like a dick. All right.
Then why aren't you wearing glasses? Wait, are you
Because
wearing
I left
glasses?
them at home.
Can't you draw glasses?
I mean, can you draw prescriptions?
That is a good point. Hey, that's a good test. I'm gonna try to draw my prescriptions.
So he puts them on, and his eyes are like massive. like through the lenses.
Magnifying
They-
glasses.
They look
you guys
so
think?
good. They look
Um,
amazing.
No,
They
no,
really
I
suit
think
you.
I
No,
think
no, no.
Lilac's being mean. No, I think they're
They
gonna
look
Lilac's
great.
always mean.
Hey.
Not always.
No, he's fair.
So what's the plan, Dean? What's going on?
Restricted section?
not to die?
Jackson knows we're all heroes.
He
Yes.
what?
He already knew,
Should
to
we
be
kill him?
fair. No.
See, I'm not the
Why?
only one.
Why is that the
Why is
first?
that solution?
You have boyfriends that aren't gonna die.
Okay, listen.
That's because I'm in the group with superpowers. So is Bluebird. Do you have powers now? Did you figure that out yet?
I might got something going on.
Yeah, sure. He's working on it.
Oh, I am.
Are you
So-
guys working on it together?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What? No. Well,
Mhm.
Is that what a date is?
I don't think that.
We're supposed to work on our powers together.
Oh, it's like training.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
us.
we can all train together.
you see what you've done? You see what you've done?
Worth it.
Should we
honestly.
maybe
Honestly worth it.
practice our abilities before we go into the restricted section? Because we kind of just got
Wait, are we
new
going
stuff.
there now?
I don't
I mean,
know.
well-
Leia said something about going there.
No time like the present, and what are we gonna do out here?
We're just gonna walk up
Kill
in
Jackson?
the middle of the day.
I mean, no, we'll find a different route up. Maybe pop back to the rally point, see if your dad has any extra cameras. Nethera, you can go invisible and stuff,
You
right?
remember that the entire computer station is destroyed
Shot.
when you guys went down there. It's still
Yeah, I
broken.
forgot about that.
We could go to like a net cafe. Maybe I could try to hack in through there.
I don't think you'd be able to hack in. Even your dad could.
I did that from the.
But you
Did
didn't
do
get
that
into
from
the
the school
restricted
computer?
section.
You can't.
Remember
get
you
into
tried
the
to-
Oh, yeah,
restricted
that's right.
section. Because even your dad couldn't. But, however, Alea and Nethera, you guys are like shadowy, like invisible stuff, right?
I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
What if we could get you into at least like some of the mainframe, like the hardwiring of the restricted section, so that way Rally could hack in?
We could try.
I could also send little Jeff in, or like a version of him who can fly.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
I mean, I could see, or
If we've got cameras up,
Um,
it means that we have live video feed, which means that your dad could still help us on the outside.
Maybe, but what guarantee do we have that they're not watching him right now?
That is true.
maybe you should check on him. He did.
Well,
Or we
Okay.
could just
I could also.
sans technology. We could just do this dirty and go on our own and see what we can find out.
Oh, can't Rally just draw us like a camera?
I think that's a bit extensive, and it's
I
only.
feel like that doesn't work as well.
But
I mean, we have a rat that's basically talking to us.
This is true. I did create life.
Life that is very annoying and not quiet in any way, shape, and or form.
I think
Well,
you're
that's
really
true.
You
Really
seemed
great,
so
Jeff.
happy when you were walking up.
My God,
I
go back to like
am
whatever.
happy. I am happy. Well, I'm not. Listen, this is a whole. Listen, I'm not like feeling like one emotion at a time here. Like there's a whole mix of things.
I know
Okay.
we all have we all have depth to us. Got layers.
But I mean, I kind of agree with Bluebird.
You just want to go
Just
in.
walk in.
Walk in, and honestly, I could always try do a little portal to see if I
Nope.
could see.
Nope, no portals. Yeah, we're done with those.
I mean, just
I
so we could.
also
We don't
have-
go in
No.
just to see
No,
all the other.
don't.
Okay.
Mm.
I mean,
If-
there's also my mom. If she's evil, then that's kind of a way in, maybe.
How is it a way in?
I don't know. I'm just giving us options.
You think your mom would change over?
Are we
for
trying
us?
to meet Sterling? We could just walk up and ask if Sterling's there.
Hold on one second.
Oh,
Okay. We could also do a bait in that sense. there are two of you who can stealth without being detected, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that means if we keep you guys stealthed, we make the big show and tell. Rally, see if you can stealth as well in the shadows using your ink, maybe?
And then who's the bait?
A stealth version of myself.
I could be the bait.
Probably us. We've got no way to hide ourselves.
I feel like making some noise.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can?
Absolutely.
You all look cute together. What exactly is our plan when we get in there?
We can stealth and, follow you guys along.
Mm-hmm.
See if you can find out how to unmind control the heroes. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We could kill Arcane.
Oh my
I
god.
Don't
Stop
feel
trying
like
to kill
having
people.
another life on my hands.
Yeah,
Well, I didn't say
Rally,
you had to do it.
Are you actually thinking you're capable of killing someone?
It's not
Not that I don't
easy.
think powers are. I'm talking like emotionally. Do you think you're capable of having a life on your hands?
Can I circle back to that?
Why don't
Sure.
we table the morality conversation and see if we can get... They're not going to expect us to go up there.
True. Okay.
They've been ahead of us this whole time. So why don't we surprise them a little bit? Shake
Take
them
the
up.
fight to them. Absolutely.
So
Okay.
we're taking a whole fight
No,
to.
I mean, it's just an expression.
But what if Nova and Rook and Arcane are all up there, and Rally's mom, and I know it sounds crazy, but Avon and all the other people they may have under mind control.
Yeah. So that's why you guys are going to stealth.
And while we hold them off, y'all can figure out how to break the mind control. So we
Yeah,
get
but
the
what
heroes
if you
back on our
guys-
side. Then we're good.
But that takes a lot of time, and they can't be moving around. The only reason Alea escaped is because she black holed out.
Yep, and she has that gravity thing, so maybe you guys can pick them off one by one. If we cause enough of a racket, you could potentially separate them. Rally could maybe use some ink walls to block people off.
I think.
Do I
do
have
think
any
it's a good
idea?
idea.
Do I have any idea how Arcane's powers work in the realm of mind control?
He uses magic, so imagine
Yeah.
modify memory, those types of things. Like he is
had
a
the
true
sigil.
blue spellcaster. So he pulls.
We
magic
could try
from the
severing Arcane's concentration on everything.
Okay, great. So, we bait, distract. You guys pick off Arcane first, and then work your way around.
Sounds like a plan. If things get intense for you guys, though, I know this isn't great, but can you let me portal you out of there?
A last resort.
Yeah,
Okay. That's just
Okay.
I don't want no demon man rooting around in my head.
It's
I
not.
really-
Yeah. Okay.
And like that, the table, the coffee table, when you just tried, it was a bit scary.
Well, that was a black hole. That wasn't a portal.
You
I
were trying to
think.
do a portal, weren't you?
I'm just trying to do a portal here.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, let's get to it then, guy.
Okay. I assume I've already brought out the blueprints and drawn everything, so I'm just gonna make sure that Lilac has that, and I'm gonna ask everybody to take a picture of it and keep it on their crystals.
Okay. And what you all see, just as like a description of what the restricted section looks like, kind of at this point, is and from kind of the information that Alea imparts to you on what the restricted section looks like now, is it used to be a town essentially devoted to research and things like that. It has since become a ghost town. A lot of the buildings are destroyed. Alea described that there were things in the fog when she was up there, something growling and crawling around. And then there was a large laboratory essentially in the center, which is the obsidian spire. And it has multiple different floors. The floors that Alea has been to has been the lobby, which had, it's the lobby of the place. The medical suite, where she got her memories essentially revamped. But also that is the same floor that she saw the tanks with the heroes on it. At the time, it was just Nova in the tank. And then you have kind of an understanding that there is a floor, the training floor, where, Avon and her went to test their powers, those types of things. One thing that she imparts to you that you don't really know is there wasn't a lot of security. There weren't people carrying guns or weapons and stuff like that. It was scientists, doctors, those types of things. And so, yeah, that is the short and skinny of it.
Have we already gone in, or are we like that's just the?
That was just I was describing what the blueprint was like for you, so you understood kind of where you were going and what you were looking at. Mm-hmm. So you all make your way up, unless there's anything else anybody wants to do before you head up.
Two things, I guess. I'm gonna try to make a form that does stealth, I guess. I don't know what that is.
Give me and unleash your powers, please.
All right, cool.
Roll well.
Oh, please. 9.
So with a 9, you're able to craft a suit. It seems as if it will be able to stealth and be very like quick and fast. But also the more you exert yourself while within the suit, because you rolled a 9 and it's not a full success, it won't last as long as you need. Just like the wings. Like you're gonna have to maintain concentration and be careful on how much you're exerting yourself.
Well, that tapers the next thing I wanted to do, which was I was gonna try to draw like tiny little cameras in a way, like some sort of surveillance thing that I could like place around while we're moving through to just keep track of like what's behind us.
Give me another unleash your powers, because this is a really delicate ask.
11.
So this is going to work very similar to Arcane Eye in Dungeons and Dragons, where these are going to be like little things that you can place and take a peek at. So they're like these little marbles that you're going to be able to stick to stuff that you'll be almost like eyeballs, really, that you're going to be able to look through. Okay.
Yep, that's everything.
Anybody else have anything they want to do before you all head in? Okay, so you all head up into the restricted section through the path that Alea guides you through, the kind of place that gets past the barriers and the walls and the doors. And the smell of sulfur kind of hits your nose as soon as you enter there, and you see this vast space where it used to be a level the size of Gentown. The artificial sky is cracked and not really working. It's kind of this grayish pale light that casts down into the fog that heavily lays over this broken town. And you can see the large obsidian spire, way down the road, poking out and up in the middle of the town. So how are you going to enact your plan?
Okay.
I don't know if it's pushing it, but
oh no,
I was gonna ask little Jeff to go put these eyes around in like areas I could see.
Kind of like looks at you. He like somehow out of his own ink pulls a little bag for you to put him in.
Can I draw him some wings?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Horrifying.
Oh my god.
And he's got his little like stick with a sack of these eyeball cameras on it. He's like,
I love him.
And like goes off into the fog.
I'm so proud of my son.
All right, well, can your son find us any openings, do you think? Nova crashed through there at some point. I imagine there's got to be one.
I feel like I probably should have asked him that before he left, but when he gets back, I guess.
All right, okay. So, do you guys want to start in your stealth mode now? Do we just like bust our way through? She's looking at Bluebird.
I mean, yeah, we'll just start making a racket. I mean,
All right. You guys, stealth. Can you fly, any of you?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. See if you can stealth and find another way in. Up there. And I guess we'll just bust our way through and start.
Do you guys need to bust in?
No, I think we should pull them out. We should draw them out here.
Draw them out here? Sure.
And that is also an option, yeah.
Sounds
Who are
good.
we trying to draw out? Because we have the heroes. I guess just Arcane.
Any of them. Get them
Any of
out
them.
of inside.
Any of the ones that are going to be a threat will come out to us.
Mm.
So, all right. You guys get ready to get in. And we'll bring the fight out here.
Nethera gives Raleigh a really quick big hug before puffing into smoke.
I guess as that happens, I guess just as the smoke like evaporates, it's just gonna linger there for a second, and then he's gonna turn to Bluebird and Lilac and just say, don't die. And then he's gonna like sink into just a puddle of ink as that like moves along the ground.
Cool.
Alea will turn to Lilac and be like, should we?
You can hug me.
Okay, cool. This
She's-
feels really nice.
She's going to
Aw,
give her a hug,
progress.
and it's like probably like the tightest hug she's actually given you for a long time. And she's just going to like whisper to you, she's like, if you get hurt or die, I swear to God, I will find a way to bring you back and kill you myself. You understand?
Yeah, I get
Okay.
it.
One of the nicest things he ever said to her.
2 knocks if you need anything, yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'll be listening. And
It might be now dogs.
Yeah, it will.
and Bluebird,
Yeah.
I swear to God, if you get my sister killed, please don't do that.
I won't.
Oh, such a good threat, sis.
I tried to be.
You're doing great. You're doing great, kiddo.
Also, thank you for. Alrighty, bye. Into the shadows. Yeah.
So we're gonna go. We're gonna start with the noisemakers. So Lilac, how are you gonna start making noise?
So basically, the base of the obsidian spire and such, I'm guessing. Like, I guess the
So you're
way
gonna-
up into it, or
You're gonna head into the fog towards the spire.
yeah, I think that's a good idea potentially.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the two of you you and Bluebird begin to walk through the smoke, and you begin to hear this chittering.
I don't like that.
You begin to hear this growling. You begin to hear slithering, cracking of rocks, as you see shadows kind of darting through the smoke.
I have air manipulation. Can I just try and clear that smoke away?
Yes, you can. So you clear this smoke away.
Mm-hmm.
And it clears it in kind of a good, maybe like 30, 40 feet ahead to the sides to behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And you see perched on the buildings, kind of perched on the side of the road, you see all of these animalistic looking monsters.
Oh god.
There's about a dozen of them. There's like 6 on one side, 6 on the other. You see some that are reptilian. You see some that are very bug-like. You see some that are bird-like. You see like one that's like a rhino. And they have the two of you surrounded.
All right.
Well, maybe you should have kept the fog.
Well, I'm not bringing it back in now.
No. What do you do, Lilac?
I think are there like any cars or anything nearby?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially like a town that was destroyed and
cool.
just kind of left.
Cool.
So there's stuff everywhere.
I think she's very much just gonna like bend down, pick up a car, and then just fucking
yeet it at one of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Okay. Roll me not unleash your powers. Roll me directly engage a threat.
Okay.
So that
Can-
is plus danger.
I would like to use my ability of pulling my punches somewhat. So basically, she's aiming the car somewhat at the legs, sort of thing, to try and throw them off of like whatever roof they're on or something.
Okay.
So I get to add to that instead my savior, which makes that a 11 plus 2, so 13.
So wow. Okay, so you can pick two. Resist or avoid the oncoming blows, take something from them, create an opportunity for your allies, impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
So with savior, I can't do the impress or surprise, but I will take the create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. You'll take something from them and create an opportunity for your allies. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, so you see this one crocodile-like beast begins to bound at you, and you kind of swap it away with the car, which knocks it into one of the bird-like ones. And you see Bluebird reaches a hand, and the car stops midair as he whips it back around to the side to catch the rhino who's charging, as the car kind of collides with the rhino, knocking him on his butt. As more of these animals, there's now 3 down, so there's 8 more as they begin to kind of come towards you all. And I'm going to cut over to our stealth group.
Mm-hmm.
So the 3 of you are like darting through the fog, and you begin to hear some crashing behind you, some animal roars behind you. And some of you pass these large creatures just kind of like looming in the mist as you wordlessly slip right by them. And the 3 of you have made it to the base of the obsidian spire. What do you do?
If we find my mom in there, just try not to hurt her, please.
Do we hear him?
I mean, I assume we're all together, yeah.
Well, we all stealthed at different times.
Yeah.
And we couldn't see where the other people were.
Yeah, so you can't necessarily communicate with each other right now.
Okay.
I say that to the rat.
He's still running around like.
I say
Throwing
that to
eyes over.
myself then. I don't know.
You're like, don't hurt mom, self.
Don't hurt mom. Don't hurt anyone.
Hey, we all need reminders to not kill our mothers sometimes.
Jesus Christ. Let's just go in.
So you all
Yeah.
just kind of slipping in.
Mhm. I'm gonna go to the med unit and
Okay.
see what's going on over there.
Okay. What about the other 2 of you?
Honestly, I was gonna head there too to find my mom.
Fair.
Okay.
I was going to basically fly around the outside of the spire.
Mm-hmm.
Are there windows?
Yes.
I was basically gonna like walk, like have my own staircase going up, looking through windows as I'm going.
Okay. All right. We're gonna start with Nethera then. As you're, are you looking for anything specific?
Number
just-
1, the heroes, and number 2, I'm also just really interested in what is at the top.
Okay.
Like I've read enough comics to
So-
always like things are either at the top or they're at the bottom.
So as you pass the med bay windows and you see the 4 tanks, and you see Nova's in one, you see Rook's in one, and you see Arcane is in one, and then you see an
Okay.
empty tank, and you see Rally's mom looking like she's checking, I was gonna say stats, checking their vitals
Okay.
and things like that. And she seems to just be working on something within the lab.
Okay.
And you continue to wind up. You see what looks like corridors, you see what looks like storage, and you wind all the way up to the very top of the spire. And you peek through this window and you see a large room. And you see what looks like a throne sitting in that room that has a bunch of different chains attached to it, attached to the wall. And the chair is currently empty. The room is empty.
Is it possible for... Because I can control my own bodily matter.
Yeah.
So, am I able to make the darkness a bit more dense and try to see if the window opens?
Yeah. Yeah, so you kind of bend the weight of the darkness and it kind of pops the window open.
Seeping through.
Okay. You're in this large, almost like cathedral-like space. So you see the throne on the dais at the front of the room. It's this like iron throne that has all of these chains attached to it. These massive, massive chains. Like one link is like the size of like your torso of these chains that attach to the top of the spire. You see these large, large pillars across, like basically like there's 6, 3 on each side. Each of these pillars depicts a different dragon of some sort. You see a dragon that looks incredibly fearsome. You see a dragon that looks incredibly sick. You see a dragon that is really almost always in shadow. And you see a dragon that is just looks furious.
So 4?
There's 4. There's 4 on the first sets of pillars, and then the last 2, you see two dragon-like shapes that are made of crystal. One white and one black.
Okay.
And you see this looks like on the ground there's runes of some sort. Like this is a place where a ceremony of some sort takes place. You don't necessarily understand what the runes say. And then you also see on the walls there is all of these different golden animal masks on the walls.
Okay. She's kind of just going to wait there to see if anybody comes in. So she's in a holding pattern for a little.
Okay. I'm going to pop down to our other 2. So the 2 of you enter the laboratory. In your stealthy kind of making your way in. And you see your mom, Rally. And you see she's like looking up at the tanks. You see Nova is in one tank. You see Arcane is in another. You see Rook is in another. And then there's an empty tank. And she looks like she's just jotting down notes, like looking up at them. What did the 2 of you do?
We see Rook, Nova, and Arcane? Okay.
Correct.
And then there's an empty one as well. Okay.
Yes.
Do I sense Rally?
I mean, you probably saw like a little ink puddle kind of go into the corner.
Okay. I'm kind of going to wait with bated breath for a second.
Okay.
To see how he reacts, because it is his mom here.
Right.
So.
Rally?
Go.
Oh, boy. Can I study the tanks just a little bit? To like...
Sure,
are they just tanks?
Give me an assess the situation.
Which roll is that again?
That is 2d6 plus superior.
I'm not very good at that. 4.
A 4. You don't understand any of the technology that you see before you. You see these large tanks that they're floating in this liquid. There's tubes coming out. It looks complicated. So mark me a potential, but you don't necessarily understand what you see.
I know I should have paid attention in school during tube science. Is it just my mom in here?
It was just your mom and then the three captured heroes.
Does it look like she has anything on her that could like trigger an alarm or like?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
You can surmise that the overconfidence of this group, with the monsters in the mist and being in the restricted section, probably makes security fairly light once you're in.
I'm gonna come out of stealth.
Okay.
Mom?
And she kind of turns and she goes, Rally, hi. You're finally here. That's great.
What are you doing?
I'm just making sure they're ready.
To end the world, or to become gods, or what exactly? Just speak plainly to me. I don't understand.
And she kind of like sits. She sets down her clipboard and she sits, on the desk, and she goes, "Rally, the natural order of this world was upset. It was supposed to end. The dragons of the apocalypse came. The world was supposed to end 500 years ago, and it didn't. And so many things that should be right are wrong with this world. And the will is here to help put the world back the way it's supposed to be. And I'm helping that along."
Sorry, remind me again. The will want to end the world or to create gods?
Are you asking me, or
I'm asking I
so from what you understood is that the will believed the world was supposed to end. And because the balance of the world of Novum was upset so much by the drowning, the wills in their way is trying to restore the world by ending it.
I never learned that she did that to Nethera, so. And you want to do that by killing everyone?
No. You see, the legend of the Six has indoctrinated the world so much that they're resistant to seeing what's really going on. The connections to the other planes of existence were severed, Rally. Things that our place in the multiverse was forever corrupted and changed.
I don't care about the multiverse. I just care about the world that we live in. It has
and we're gonna fix it.
Dad.
And they're not gonna die. None of us are going to die. It is broken, Rally. When there used to be magic that could bring people back who die. There used to be a being that would shepherd the souls of the living to the afterlife and back if they were called. But it doesn't work anymore because the balance was upset. The gods don't have the powers they used to have. So we are trying to restore that order, Rally.
I think Rally is tethering between his only real knowledge of how to go about being a hero is to lash out and attack something, but he just can't right now. So what exactly do you plan to do if it's not killing everyone?
Well, right now, the temporary solution is we need to replace the beings that were lost. The gods. And we're trying to figure that out. And we're trying to learn how we can best do that. There's our group here, and then there's groups throughout the world that are trying different methods.
Because there are more people out there?
Rally, that's the thing. There's a whole other world beyond these walls. And the institutions in place here in Bastion keep us here. Keeping us from communicating with the outside world.
But it's nice here, isn't it? Are you not happy here?
Rally, I love it here. Of course I do. But again, I feel I have, with my knowledge and my know-how, I feel like I have a greater purpose to help the rest of the world. Don't you want to help the rest of the world?
He just nods yes.
And to keep myself... we need to be... Right now, the world is so underprepared. If something like the Drowned King came again, the world is so underprepared. It's so weakened. So by strengthening the world and putting it back the way it was supposed to be, we'll be ready.
Will this keep Nethera safe?
Yes. It'll keep us all safe, Rally.
I think he just kind of looks at the heroes he looked up to, save for Arcane, because Arcane was not his favorite, but kind of looks at his childhood in a tube, looks down at himself, and I think he's just going to de-transform and just kind of stand there.
And at that moment, near the tanks, there's suddenly kind of a pop as Alea rolled a 3 on her assess the situation and just kind of tumbles out. And you see your mom turns to look at Alea and goes, "So you brought friends, huh?"
In my defense, I didn't know she was in here.
Okay. Well, Rally, I'm doing the right thing.
We could go home.
It's already an ocean.
Feels like a
Rally.
right. Just saying, we could go home. That feels like something right.
Well, why don't the two of you stay with me? And Sterling is seeing to your friends outside, and we'll all go home together. And we're going to cut outside. Leia, unless there was anything specific you wanted to do after you were revealed.
Oh, Rally, you might hate me if I do what I think I'm gonna do.
Oh no.
You're gonna kill my mom?
No!
No, even worse.
Please don't teleport my mom into the hell dimension.
No, put her in the tube.
I'm gonna try something.
What are you going to try?
Instead of speeding up time or slowing it down, I want to see if I can freeze her for a moment.
Okay.
Like, or get her like so slow, like slow her timeline down so fast. It's kind of like
Unleash your
Nethera. Okay.
Would I recognize that Alea is doing time things?
Oh, you really, yeah, you saw it. You saw it with the plant, so I think so.
I think Rally's gonna try to stop her.
Oh, fuck.
Well, we're going to get the unleash the powers, and then I want
Wait,
Rally to roll
hold
me
on.
directly engage a threat.
Oh boy.
Which one is that?
That is, I believe, superior.
I'm the threat.
It's danger, plus danger.
14.
Okay.
I don't pass that. I think I'm at like 11.
Okay. So, Rally, you go to stop as she throws up her hand, and your mom just in place.
She's fine. She's just paused. I didn't kill her. She's just paused. I promise. Are you okay?
No. I think you should go help your sister. I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, we're
And
going to
he's
cut.
just-
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. He's just gonna walk over to his mom.
We're going to cut outside to Lilac and Bluebird kicking ass. The two of you are just working in perfect tandem, fighting against all of these creatures that are coming at all of you. And you hear a whistle. And you see all of the creatures immediately stop and back up. As you see Sterling with his hands in his pockets, walking down the middle of the road. Goes, well. Making quite a fuss out here, kiddos.
Well, we had to get your attention somehow.
Well, you have it. You ready to finally come in? Or do I have to drag you in?
What do you think, Bluebird?
I say we, and he fucking throws a car at Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the car stops. as he takes the car and sets it down. Lilac, what would you like to do?
Can I assess the situation quickly?
Yes, go ahead. Class superior.
Just rolled double sixes, so that's 14.
Ooh! All right, you get to ask 2 questions. What here can I
Okay.
use to? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is most vulnerable? Or how could we best end this quickly?
So, when it says who here is the most vulnerable to me, what I want to see is like, where is he most vulnerable? Like, and if that's something that comes up later, like in the sense of like, can I at some point see if there's like a vulnerability somewhere in how he moves throughout this fight and stuff, at some point, and then how best can we end this quickly?
Okay, so as far as vulnerabilities go, it's probably his attitude, is overconfidence,
Okay.
is his weak point. Is he doesn't view you two as a threat at all, which is a plus, but also concerns you on a level. That like he knows what you can do, and as far as you know, he's just kind of a normal guy.
Okay.
How best can we end this quickly is working together.
Okay. She's gonna whisper to Bluebird, and she's gonna say, "Let him get cocky. Let him get a couple hits."
I can do that. And Bluebird essentially just runs full on dead sprint at him. What are you doing?
I think she's also gonna act brashly on purpose to make Sterling think that they are just unprepared kids and that they haven't thought this through.
Okay.
So she's gonna run, like, I think around like the side of him, but not quite far enough round that she knows she'll be out of view. And then try and go for his side.
Okay.
With a punch.
I'll just have him roll take a powerful blow. As Bluebird comes up looking like he's just gonna punch him, and then some of the metal kind of coalesces on his fist as he throws a punch at his face. So I'm gonna make him roll this twice. Okay. All right. So describe how you hit him.
I think if Blue Eye's coming with a punch for the face, she's gonna try and jut round his side, and then I think just try and kick him straight in the side of the ribs.
Yeah, so as he dodges out of the way, because he rolled really high on Bluebirds, rolled really well on Bluebirds, he dodges out of the way of Bluebirds, but then takes your kick directly to the ribs and sends him kind of tumbling into the buildings, into the fog. And we're going to cut now upstairs to Nethera. Nethera, you are in this cathedral-like space. Is there anything specific you're doing, or are you just kind of waiting up here?
Do I hear anything from the other side of the door?
Give me an assess the situation.
No!
Yes!
I'm terrible at these. Ugh, I'm supposed to do this, so we're just gonna. No, I know I do not. I hear nothing. I'm gonna mark that potential. Hear myself breathing. Got like a 4.
You don't hear it before the door opens.
Fudge! Okay, cool.
As the door opens, are you still in the shadows?
Yep.
Yeah, so you're in the shadows. And you see a man dressed in what looks like priest clothing, almost. Like he's got like the high collared black shirt with kind of the white band across here. And he's got a red scarf draping down across his shoulders and his neck. And he just has a leather-bound book that looks very similar to the leather-bound book you found in Sterling's house in his hands. As he walks in, just kind of quietly closes the door behind himself, and he seems to kneel before the throne and kind of puts his head down as he opens the book in front of him.
I'm along the side of the room. Did I get it? Can I get a look at his face, or at least see if he's wearing something to cover it?
So you get a look at his face, and he looks like he's a human male, and he's in probably like his mid 40s. So he's a little bit older. His hair is tied back into a ponytail. It's this kind of like mix of black and gray.
Yeah.
Hair. He looks a little bit older, a little bit more shallow cheekbones. And he's got glasses sitting on the bridge of his nose as he opens up his book.
He left the door closed behind him, didn't he?
He did close the door behind him, yes.
Cool. Shh. The window's still open.
It is.
She's gonna be darkness floating in the top corner, like the top of the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And is just like above that window, just so there's an exit if she needs to, but she wants to see what's going on. She obviously can't be darkness in the window.
Right. So you see him take out what looked this very ornate looking dagger.
No.
And you see him put it to his palm. You see him drag it across as you see the kind of crimson of his blood kind of begin to drip out.
Mm-hmm.
As he begins to kind of write on the ground, tracing one of the runic circles on the ground, and places his hand firmly against it as he's muttering in a language you don't understand.
I don't like the alchemy.
And you begin to see the runes on the large runic circle before the throne begin to kind of light up. See, boom, 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 boom. See the lights begin to brighten and light up and begin to rotate as this almost like orange-like light begins to rise up from this runic circle. And the chains above the throne begin to kind of ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk as they're beginning to move.
The room is becoming much lighter, right?
Correct. As all of the runes are beginning
Can I
to
try to change from darkness to light?
Yes.
What do I roll? Unleash your powers?
Unleash your powers. You know the drill.
Yeah. It's the one I always do. That one I did get, though. I got a 10.
Yeah. So you're able to kind of shift yourself from this kind of opaque darkness to the light.
Because I'm scared. Okay. I don't like this.
Okay.
I'm still chilling, though.
Still chilling? Okay.
Still chilling.
We're going to cut down to Alea. Alea, so you are heading out to try to help your sister, yes? Or are you staying with Rally?
Oh God, Rally did not want me to stay. Let me
At
flip
this point,
coin.
he's just walked over to his mom, so I don't know if you're still here.
Are you holding to stop concentration on his mom?
I am holding it, yes. But hold on. Heads I stay for dad, tails I I go for lilac. But yeah, I'm holding it. But before I go for lilac, Alea is going to go over to dad and just for a moment, like very gently see, not using her full power, see if she can undo a little bit of time on him to see if it's possible to like maybe take him to a time before they had activated him. I don't know if this is...
Roll me Unleash Your Powers.
Okay. Unleash My Powers is my best thing. That is a solid 11.
Oh, beautiful. Thank God.
So
I have a +3, so...
So you go to rewind him, but the thing is that you don't know when. And so you rewind it. And Rally, you see your mom's eyes widen, even though she can't move. You see her eyes like, as you rewind it, and you can see your dad kind of moving a little bit as the monitor begins to go boom, 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 and your dad begins to thrash.
Can I try to stop her?
Stop, Alea.
Yeah.
Why are you stopping him trying to save my dad?
So give me
Let her
a
finish, my god.
give me a directly engage a threat again.
I'm
2d6
gonna
plus
contest
danger.
this.
Presently,
I
you're
roll
concentrating
low
on keeping
anyway.
his mother
It's fine.
frozen and rewinding your father.
Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I rolled like a 4.
So you go to kind of stop her, and your hand, you kind of like turn to look at Rally. And as you like look to Rally, you see the eyes of Nova open. And you see the tank begin to crack. As you see, he's beginning to push against the tank. What do you do?
Is my mom still frozen?
Have you kept up the concentration on the mom, or have you let that go?
I think as I see the tank starting to crack, then I lose concentration a little bit because I'm focusing on my dad.
And your mom shouts out, "Stop right now," as the tank shatters. And Nova standing before all of you. And your mom grabs your hand, Rally, and goes, really slowly, back away. Very slow.
I'm gonna go with her.
Dad?
And she says, "Kid, we had to put a lot of protocols on your dad to get him to listen. And I think you undid the ones that kept him under control." As she begins to back away. And we're going to cut outside. And Lilac, you and Bluebird kind of stand triumphantly as the two of you just kind of knocked Sterling on his ass into the fog. And Sterling kind of gets up, walking out of the fog, taking off his suit jacket, brushing himself off, and he goes, "Well, I guess it means I have to get serious." And you see his eyes slit. And you see they have this yellowish hue to them.
Oh.
And you see his skin kind of begins to break and crack and fall away as almost like pieces of ceramic. Tink, tink, revealing this red-like skin underneath as he begins to grow. And you see from his forehead, you see these two cracks of these horns begin to pull out of his forehead. And you see his jaw elongate as he begins to take this almost hulking-like, demon-like form. As Nethera, up in the room, you see the circle is like...
No.
So bright. Like, just, it's filling the entire room with light. As you see, there's this one flash, and you see these more red-skinned-like forms begin to appear in the portal, one after the other. Because the runes on the ground you now see is some sort of gateway. As these red-skinned figures begin to... And as we see Nova towering over Alea, and we see Rally and his mom slowly backing out of the room, we see Lilac and Bluebird slowly looking up as this growing demonic-like Sterling begins to tower over them, and we see Nethera up in the throne room with these demons beginning to appear. That's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
Thank you all so much for joining us for Lucky 13 episode of Heroes of Bastion. I have been your Dungeon Master, Alec the Bard. Thank you so much, D&D Imposter as Nethera. Thank you so much, Relentless as Lilac. Thank you, Hama-sama-kun as Rally. And thank you so much, Caminator, the Animator, as Alea. We will see y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye.
So rude.